everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Rather than doing a makeup review video today, I thought instead we would do more of a tutorial video because I actually have a wedding coming up. One of my oldest friends is actually getting married on June 16th and I am in her bridal party, and I have been looking on Pinterest to find a couple of different looks to do for a bridesmaid, but I haven't found anything that I've really enjoyed. So I thought I would play with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, which seems to have a lot of really nice shades, especially for bridal season. And I'm hoping that I can create a look with this that I am going to enjoy. So with all of that said, if you want to join me on this fabulous journey to create a bridesmaid look, make sure you keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, especially since I am going to start posting again like a normal human being on YouTube. First thing is first, I do need to do a little bit of skincare prep because I have done nothing to my face right now except use my Clarisonic and a facial wash to clean my skin. I am going to go in with my Hylamide Sub Q Eyes Serum. I have really been enjoying this serum because it actually helps firm and tighten my under eye area, and that is something that I am quite self-conscious of because I do have a few wrinkles down there. I am also really happy with my skin right now. Aside from a little bit of redness and just a few breakouts that are now going away, this is the clearest my skin has been in a long time. And it's not that I've changed anything in my routine. I actually changed up a few things in my diet, meaning I'm just eating a lot better. I'm trying not to eat too much junk food, and being sick and not having eaten a lot of food for the last several weeks, I have actually seen clearer skin. So I knew something must have been diet related, and ta-da! And for anyone who was wondering, I am using my Laneige. This is the Waterbank Hydrating Gel. For foundation today, I'm actually going to be using my good old faithful, this is my Diorskin Forever Foundation in the shade 020. And I'm also going to be using a little bit, just a small dab of my Dermacol Foundation in, I believe it's 210. However, before I slap on that foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use my L'Oreal Infallible Matte Primer. And I'm only going to be putting this in my T-zone because that's really the only area where I need a little bit of extra support. I'm just taking the foundation on the back of my hand, and literally for the Dermacol, I am taking the smallest amount because this stuff is so potent. Oh my god. So I've literally just taken a small amount, and I'm going to mix that in with my Dior foundation. And if I need to add more, then I can definitely go ahead and do that. For me, since there are going to be lots and lots of pictures being taken, I definitely want to look like I have phenomenal skin, which is why I want to add the Dermacol foundation, because for whatever reason and whatever magical ingredients are in here, it just looks amazing on my skin. It also somehow helps smooth out any texture that I have as well. I'm also going to take the foundation down my neck just a little bit because I certainly don't want any demarcation lines. And hopefully you guys can see, there's my regular skin, there's my skin with the foundation. It looks awesome. Ugh. Oh, damn it. Why is it that when you start applying your foundation, that's when your nose starts to itch? It's so unfair. For concealer today, I'm going to be using my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This is one that I have really been loving lately. You can see I put a really good dent in it. I love how it stays put throughout the day, especially if you're going to set it with a little bit of loose powder, and it is full coverage, my friends, full coverage. You know what? Let me zoom you in a little bit closer so you guys can see what's going on a little bit better. Hola! Alright, I'm going to be using this Sephora Airbrush Concealer Brush. This is number 57. I'm going to dip it into my little pot there. And now I'm just going to put this mostly in the areas where I know I'm going to get red and where my redness shines through, and that's just along this area here. I'm also not going really close to my under eye area because I know that's also where I tend to crease. Gonna highlight my forehead slightly, my nose ever so slightly, just a little bit on my chin. Because today, my friends, we are going to be contouring. This is something that I don't regularly do, but I do want my face to be chiseled, especially so I can look nice and snatched in all of the pictures that are going to be taken. And I'm going to buff out this concealer using my beauty blender. Do you see how smoothly this blends out? It is so nice. I have been using this concealer so much over the last several weeks. I've had it for a while, but for whatever reason, I just haven't reached for it. And I really do want to smack myself because I've been missing out on a really great product. Think of this concealer as a better version of the Tarte Shape Tape because this one here doesn't look cakey. And before anything starts to crease, I'm gonna go in there with my Rimmel Stay Matte Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to bake my face. I'm just using the same beauty blender that I have been using for the entire look so far. And I'm being very, very generous with the powder, especially knowing that this is going to need to last all day long. And if you guys can't see this, I know my shirt's already sparkly, but I am just covered in powder. Oh my God. But let me tell you, if you ain't covered in powder, you didn't do it right. While my face bakes, I am gonna do my eyebrows, and I'm gonna use my Benefit Cut Brow in the shade number 3. Now that my product is applied, I'm just gonna run my spoolie through my brows to blend everything out. Alrighty, both my brows are now on, and I'm going to go ahead and start in with my eyes, and I am going to use my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to prime with, and what is this? A Carol Baker concealer brush. Sometimes I use a primer on my eyes and sometimes I don't. It just depends on the occasion, and I feel like for this particular occasion I'm gonna need one because I don't want my eyes to get really, really creasy throughout the day. So I'm gonna take this almost all the way up to where my eyebrow is and just blend it out. I'm now gonna go into the Soft Glam palette, and I'm actually gonna take the color Tempera, which is this one right here. It's a bone color, and I'm gonna use this on a Sigma blending brush. It's an E26. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lid so we can set the primer. And I am taking this all the way up to my brow bone. Now comes the tricky part, what the hell I'm gonna do with my eyes. And I think I really want to use this rose pink color over here. So I'm going to keep things a little more on the mauve and brown side. So I'm going to go in with the color Dusty Rose, and that's the one that I'm going to use in my crease. Now this is typically, ooh, that's a little dusty, a little bit on the dark side. And I wouldn't normally start blending with such a dark color, but I don't really have any other alternatives in this palette, and I'm just not in the mood for reaching for another palette right now. So I'm just gonna build this up slowly. That blended out so nicely. Now I'm gonna go in with Cypress Umber, which is this dark, almost cool toned brown, and I'm gonna use a Wayne Goss number 19 brush, and I'm just gonna add this, ooh, that is pigmented, to the corner of my eye so I can add a little bit of dimension, like so. I really like how this is looking so far. Now I'm gonna go in with this rose pink color here. Even without spraying my brush, this color looks bomb. And I'm just going to blend out the outer corner a little bit more and just make sure it is blending well or mingling with this pink color. And I'm not taking any extra product on it. I'm just using whatever's on there and blending it out. I am looking a little unbalanced because my outer corner is so dark. So again, taking the same brush, I'm really gonna dig this into my crease, but I'm gonna do it lower than where we place that Dusty Rose color. So, very, very lightly, I'm just digging this brown into my crease. Taking the same brush we used to apply the pink color, I'm going to wet it with a little bit of Fix Plus, go back into the pink color, and just re-intensify it a little bit more, especially in my inner corner. Holy smoke. Okay, that definitely intensified it. Oh my god. Are you guys seeing this? Oh, look at the difference. Look at that difference. Oh my god. A little bit of Fix Plus goes a long way. I am gonna add a little bit of liner because I'm gonna add some false lashes to this look, of course. And I'm gonna use my Tom Ford liner. We gotta pull out the big boy for this job. Eyeliner is now on, and I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this bake now as I have sufficiently cooked. I'm gonna be using this banana color over here. This is in actually my Nude by Nature contour palette, and I really like these powders. They're so soft and they wear really well throughout the day. And I find if I do this and I use powder to wipe away any bake, I don't get any flashback. So there's another little tip for you. I'm also taking the time to press the powder into my pores because I definitely want this look to last as long as humanly possible. I'm now gonna use my MAC Studio Fix powder and this big fluffy It Cosmetics brush. I'm gonna cake my brush with it, or with the powder I should say, and just wipe away the rest of the bake that's on my face. Knowing myself and how oily I get, this step is really, really important, especially since it's gonna be a hot day on the wedding and I'm gonna be sweating my balls off. I'm now moving on to contour. I'm gonna go back into my Nude by Nature contour palette and use this cool toned gray color over here. Gray color, brown color, duh. And I'm using this particular shade because it's gonna look more like a shadow, and I don't want it to be super, super warm tone because that's what my bronzer is supposed to do. My bronzer is gonna warm up my face, but this is gonna add some shadow and sort of counteract all of the light areas that we have created. And as you can see, I went a little bit too close to my mouth there. No big deal though, because I'm just gonna take my powder brush and I'm gonna go over that ever so lightly to smooth it out, and gone. So we contoured the cheeks. I'm now gonna add a little bit of contour to my jawline because I wanna get rid of my double chin. And then to buff that out a little bit, I'm gonna go back into that powder brush with no extra product on it and just blend it out. And yeah, I feel like that's added a little bit of shape to my jawline. We're now gonna go into bronzing, and I'm gonna use my Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder and this Morphe M527 Fluffy Brush. I'm gonna get some product on. Ooh, oh, it's coming apart. No! Damn, lid just broke. Oh well. You get what you pay for. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of warmth back into my face. For blush, I'm going to be using this little palette that I created from Makeup Forever. They have all of these individual blushes that you can buy, and they look beautiful on camera and in pictures, and they have fantastic longevity. I'm going to use this sort of a peachy toned color over here. I can't remember what the shade name is, and I can't pop these out right now, so I will make sure to have it listed in my description box below, so keep a lookout for that. And I'm going to use this Morphe E4 brush to apply the blush. You only need a little bit because these are very, very pigmented, and I'm only taking my blush up to the highest point of my cheek. I don't want to bring it in too close to my actual cheek because I know this is where I typically get red. So I'm just going to pull the blush back, and this is also going to make my face look a little more snatched as well. Next, I'm going to add some highlighter, and I'm going to use this new one here from Smashbox and Velada. This is in the shade Gilded Rose. And can we just take a quick second to talk about how gorgeous this highlighter looks in the pan? Oh my god, it's a beautiful little rose. Anyhow, I'm going to take this Morphe M510 highlighting brush, just swirl it in there, and just on the highest points of my face, I'm gonna add a very light highlight. We do want to bring back a little bit of dimension into my face, especially since everything else is looking so flat and matte at the moment. You see that? Oh my gosh. Wow. I am also going to use this highlighter to highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to use it to highlight the inner corner of my eye as I whack my face with my brush. I now need to finish the lower lash line, so I'm going back into my Soft Glam palette and Cypress Umber on this Morphe E11 brush, and I'm going to very carefully stamp this on my lower lash line. And now I'm going to take this Makeup Forever pencil brush, I'm going to go back into Dusty Rose, and I'm going to use that to blend out my lower lash line. My battery died as I started to apply my mascara. Shit. But what I was saying was I'm using my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara on my lashes. Somehow I always get really sloppy on my lower lash line, so I'm just going to take a really thin Q-tip and I'm going to go back under there and just quickly wipe away any remnants of mascara. I'm now going to apply these amber style lashes from Flutter Lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Lashes are now on, and all I feel like I need to do is apply a little bit of lipstick. And I'm actually going to be using the Patrick Star and MAC collaboration. This is in the shade called Sweet Mama Star. I think it's going to complement this look really well. Now you can use lip liner, I'm just going in straight with the lipstick. This color is gonna work. I'm sure I could go in with a matte liquid lipstick, but I really want my lips to feel comfortable, and for right now, I'm not eating, I'm not drinking, especially if I'm gonna be in the wedding party at the church, taking pictures, all of that. So I think a bullet lipstick is gonna work just fine, and I really love how this just kind of completed the look. And one final step, now that everything is on my face, I'm gonna take a setting spray. This is my Skindinavia Finishing Spray Oil Control. Ooh, damn. And that, my friends, is the completed look. I love how everything turned out. And actually, for anybody who is curious, my dress is going to be purple, so I think this look is entirely appropriate. Love the eyes and the way they turned out, especially with the lashes. Love the highlight, how healthy my skin looks. Everything about this look is just wonderful. And I don't know if I would just call this a bridesmaid look. This could be a bride look, and it could also be a special occasion look. It could be whatever you want it to be. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. You can also connect with me on all of my social media. I'm gonna link all of that in the description box below. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you're all having a magnificent day, no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.